All right, what's up, everybody? It's Carl's Collects Comics, and I'm back with another episode of Monday Hauls Live. Thank you guys who are here right off the bat, waiting here to hang out for a few minutes. Tonight, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I don't have my the guy that's becoming my regular cohort on Monday nights, MT. I think he's running late with work. He's got a lot of stuff going on. But we are going to go ahead and look at a couple of books. What's up, Jason D? Good to see you, man. I'm glad that you're here and that you're hanging out with us. This will be a nice, quick episode. We're just going to look at a couple of books that I picked up this past week. Not many. I didn't even make it over to my main local comic shop. I've got two here in the area, and I didn't even make it to both of them. Before we get into the books that I'm going to show off tonight, which I know there's some of them are making waves and there's some confusion and stuff about first appearances and such. I don't have any answers for any of that, just FYI. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at that. But real quick, just a couple of reminders. For those, hey, we have 3 different shows that go on a weekly basis here on the channel. Monday Hauls Live, as you know, this is Monday. It's a Monday night live stream, just showing off some of the books that I've picked up over the past week to week and a half. I do this at 10 p.m. Central. Then on Wednesday nights, most of you are aware that we do the giveaway show. That's another live stream show with myself and Paul and sometimes extra folks. We have different subjects that we'll talk about, different ideas that will bounce around. And then we do giveaways. Every week we do giveaways to promote generosity in the comic book community. And it's exciting to see how that starts to play itself out and how generous this community can be. So that's Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Central. And then Fridays, most Fridays, not I've had a couple that I've missed here, a few that I've missed here, but I do have a whole new batch of videos that's going to be going live when I go on sabbatical in a couple of weeks. And I'll tell you a little bit about that, but there are going to be regular Friday night features that are going to be going live. Those are going to be some brand new top 10 lists that I had a lot of fun shooting, and I hope you have as much fun watching. I'm going to be hitting some characters like Nova and Nightwing and White Tiger, modern Spider-Man, modern Batman, whole bunch of cool stuff. And again, I hope you enjoy it as much as I have enjoyed it in putting it together. But it's going to be while I'm on sabbatical. I'm going to be some of those videos are going to be airing, and those are going to be some of my favorite comic book characters. I'm going to be leaving you with them. They've already been recorded. I'm just in the process of editing them and getting them ready to air. So those are the stuff that we've got going on here. Also, just as a reminder, we do have the Comic Collecting for Beginners 4-part video series for new comic collectors. It's available now on YouTube. It's its own playlist. You can get that. You can watch all 4 of those videos and get some cool tips and hints. It's good for anybody, even including the seasoned collector who might be, still looking for some ideas and extra stuff like that. So thanks so much for being here right now. I'm going to do some shout outs to the chat. And then we'll get started. I'm gonna show off these books. What's up, Jason D? He was first here. I read comics. What's up, man? Yeah, no, it was a late night. It was a very late night. Me and Edwin Price had to tap out and say, "Look, man, this is going way too long." So we're done. What's up, Emily Day? I didn't get to make it by the shop this past week. It's just been crazy busy as I've been getting ready for the 4 weeks that I'll be gone. But I'm really excited to come by there and check it out. I know there's a new issue of Saturday morning G.I. Joe Adventures, which I can't wait to pick that up. Spider Girl, what's up? It's good to see you. Yes, it's one of my favorite places. I was just telling my wife earlier tonight before I came up here that this is probably my favorite show that I do because it's so chill and relaxed, and I can just show off some comic books and chat with everybody. And there's not like discussion and a bunch of different people and stuff like that. So that's always fun. Let's see who else we got here. Jason D. Yeah, it went pretty late. It went pretty late. So what's up, everybody? Hey, it's good to see you guys here. Just a quick reminder. Thank y'all so much for being subscribers and for tuning in for all the different videos that have been going live. The channel continues to grow. We broke 800 subscribers, and it's just continuing on. Remember, at 850, this is being given away. One of the other cool, this is Something is Killing the Children number. Here, I'll take it out of the bag. Something is Killing the Children number 15. This is the David Sanchez Pastime Comics edition. It's a Virgin variant, 9.8 white pages, signed by David Sanchez up there in the corner. And hey, let me tell you, I'm really excited for David because he got to meet him and hang out with him when I got this signed, and just a really cool guy, very chill, very talented, as you can see by his artwork here. So this is one of the things that helped kind of boost him. Well, now he got picked up by DC Comics, and he's starting to do variants for DC Comics. So really excited for him, proud of him. He's a fellow Texan, and so we're going to be giving away this book that I had gotten signed and slabbed by him for 850 subscribers. And if you saw the 750 subscriber video, you know that this won't be the only book. There's going to be some other cool books just thrown in the mix. We had a Loot Crate exclusive. We had a raw signed book, and then at least one other book that were given away. Just really cool books. I was really excited with some of the ones that I pulled, and I've got a ton of stuff around here that I'm going to throw in. But yeah, once we hit 850, then it starts the big push to 1,000, and at 1,000, we're going to do a big giveaway show, and that's going to be a whole lot of fun. But more on that later. I will go and put that back over here. So, hey, a quick note that I was going to let you guys know because y'all are some of the regulars that watch, and then those who watch. I will be going on sabbatical starting on May the 16th, and it's going to run for approximately a month. It's going to include me getting to go to Fan Expo Dallas, which is a Texas comic convention. Tons of creators that are going to be there, including one of my all-time favorites, Jim Lee. So I'm looking forward to being there and hanging out and just going. It's Father's Day weekend. I think I'm going to take my son with me, and we're just going to hang out. Yeah, he's excited because the creators of We Live are going to be there, and so I'm already building a short box of books that we're going to take to get signed. But yeah, so what a sabbatical is it's time when you take off for rest and reflection. And so I won't be doing as much on the channel, but you will still see some of the Friday videos. They've been recorded for about a month now. I've been kind of getting stuff ready, and so you're still going to see stuff, but I might not be on all the live shows during that time. But never fear, I'll be back before you know it. It's a busy summer, and I'm excited about it. But hey, you came to see some books, so let's go ahead and take a look at some books that we got here. I didn't have a lot of pickups. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to make it over to Bedrock this past week. I only swung by Comic Vault, and I picked up. Yeah, I know it's really cool. Yes, Jason D. Rest, reflection, and signed books. How can you go? And reading material. I'm taking a lot of reading material, or I'm going to have a lot of reading material with me to do some reading and catch up on some of these books that. Man, I've just been stacking them. I'm not even getting a chance to read all of them. And yes, Spider Girl, I'm pretty excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to going and just being at the convention and hanging out, not being there to like promote stuff and like do all that kind of stuff. Because a lot of times in the past when I've been at conventions, it's been like to promote a show or to cover the event for like a channel or something, all that kind of stuff. But I'm excited to just go and chill and relax and just enjoy the atmosphere and nerding out over all the cool comic stuff and creators that are there. So hey, let's take a look at some of these books that I picked up. There's not many. I only picked up 5 this week. Like I said, I haven't made it over to Bedrock yet, but I need to make it over there this week. I'm hoping to do so. So Batman Beyond the White Knight. This is the cover A, and this is book 2. This is one of my pickups. So this is a really interesting story world. I didn't catch the whole first wave of White Knight books that came out. So I am brand new to this world, really intrigued by issue 1, looking forward to issue 2 and reading it. I know that there is some stuff with like the print count and first appearances and stuff. But this is one of those ones that's just a cool alternate reality timeline. And I really like the art style. It's kind of got like a cool vibe to it. So I went ahead and picked this one up. I'm not going after variants for this one. I'm just going with cover A's because I just wanted to read it. And I know there's a lot of people like freaking out about it, but I just wanted to do that one, just the cover A on that one. But I do recommend picking them up. I think you can still find issue one. I know second print of issue one is coming out, and you can still find, I think, plenty of issue number 2. So well worth picking up. Another one I picked up that has been a little bit hard for me to keep up with because the whole variant and multiverse thing, I kind of get lost there. But Avengers Forever, number 4, I know this is a hot book because, again, more first appearances, and the whole Captain Carter thing has just exploded. And so I know that this tied into a little bit. I got about halfway through the issue, but I haven't finished reading it. Yeah, Emily, I hadn't picked up any of the White Knight stuff, so I'm new to that story verse, but I know it's like pretty deep and in depth, and there was a lot of different stuff going on in it. Also, because as you know, my son is a big We Live fan, picked up We Live number 2, Age of the Palladians. But with his new job and then the end of school and everything, he hasn't even had a chance to start reading the series. So I'm just stacking these up for him, as well as these cool little trading cards. I hear that there's more that are out, I think, this past week or something. I only got these 2. I'm trying to pick them up on a glass surface. It's not working. All right, so these are pretty cool. I got these. I want to try to get the rest of them. So those were from We Live, but yeah, I think this is just the cover A for We Live. So, but yeah, like I said, they're going to be at. Hey, look who jumped in. Let me go and let him out of the green room. Hey.
Hey, what's up, guys? Better late than never.
That's totally cool, man. I was just walking through some of the pickups. I didn't have many pickups at all. I only had 5 books this week.
Ooh.
I didn't even make it to like my main local comic shop this week. But yeah, We Live. I'm going to finish them up, MT, and then I'll let you show off a couple of books.
Go ahead.
You got. All right. So this is We Live, Age of the Palladians. It's the sequel series to the original We Live. And like I said, my son's a big fan. So I think the convention that we're going to in June is going to have the Miranda brothers, both of them there to sign copies of the book. We're going to try to get a bunch of books signed by them. And then Jim Lee and a whole bunch of others. Like I said, I'm building a short box of books. And we're just going to go and have fun with it and see. Last 2 books I got are variants of each other. They've made a lot of waves with these die-cut covers that they're doing. This is Something is Killing the Children, number 22. This is the clean variant. And then this is the bloody variant. So these are not ratio variants or anything, but they were just so cool. And I had picked up 21, the 21 version of this that just looked really sweet. And so I said, I'm going to go ahead and pick these up when I saw both of them. But, it's getting harder and harder with these variants because some of these books are like $5 and $6 a piece. And it's $12 by the time you've got 2 of them. And it's kind of, it really does. And I'm trying to scale back so I can get money ready for the convention coming up. Because I know, there's going to be all this, everybody's going to, or a lot of them are charged. Yeah. MT was just at a convention. I think you got some convention pickups.
Oh yeah. Too many.
So
get carried away at conventions.
So those are the books that I picked up for this week. They are sweet, Jason D. I'm very excited about them. I'm looking forward to catching up on the reading for that. So those are my pickups. They're all new books, no back issues this time, because I did spend quite a bit on the sale for that Bedrock had and picked up a whole bunch of books. and all those GI Joes that I showed off last week. A lot of fun with that one. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to MT and let him show off a couple of his pickups for this week. MT, what do you got?
I'm just sitting here opening up a few of my packages. I don't even know why. I thought this was a gun honey book, but maybe not. The rest of these I better look through before I show them. Somebody showed this on the auction the other night, and I really liked Lucy Lawless. She was a great actress. She did really well in that Spartacus series.
Oh wow!
She is an underrated actress. She is just a phenomenal talent. So this was back. Xena ran for like, I don't know, 10 years. It was ridiculous how long that show endured. So I was able to get a couple copies of that mailed to me at a reasonable price.
Wasn't Xena a spinoff of Hercules?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. And it ran, didn't it run longer than the actual series, than Hercules?
I think it did. I think it was more popular. Kevin Sorbo did Hercules and crossover shows. And it was the era of the cable TV serials, there was a bunch of those. And I think Xena was by far the most popular because they had, what was the guy who had the animals and,
Beastmaster. Right. Yes.
Right.
Man, that original 80s movie, I loved that movie. Oh man. Yeah, our family, actually all three of us, my brother, my sister, and me, all three of us loved that movie. We would just we'd watch it just over and over again. It made my parents sick of it.
Nice. Yeah, there's some good key movies there. This was one of the cooler pickups I got. I hate, it's like when I buy something, it's like killing me to take the cellophane off, but I just realized that this is an aftermarket, the dog's trying to kill himself, I guess. An aftermarket wrap job, it looks like to me, so I'm not afraid to open it up. But I never knew, because we never had it. Oh, no, it's double wrapped. We never had He-Man comic strips. This is like a comic strip out of the newspaper, maybe. And we never had it in my newspaper in my town, but that's what this is. Newspaper comic strips. So I don't know if you ever had that where you guys lived. It'd be interesting in the chat to hear if anybody ever had that in their newspaper, because I've never seen it. I've never read these, so I'm kind of interested to get into this. Like I said the last time, this is always a hardcover book of all the mini comics. I always look for this at cons because usually you can get them fairly inexpensively. It's the first time I've ever seen this, so I picked this up at the con yesterday.
So MT, so does that have like its own continuity, or does it tie into the comics at all, or do you know?
No idea. Never seen it before. And like I thought, and I own an extensive publication library. I mean, the coloring books, the books with the cassette tapes, the books with the records. I've got almost all of them that are in English. I don't have all the foreign language ones. I've even gotten most of the UK stuff. But I'll just give you an example. Since brand new crack in the spine. Looks like most of these were in black and white, like most newspapers were, but many of these are in color. But pretty impressive considering I've owned most of the stuff that's ever been published. So be interested to crack into that, look at that a little bit deeper.
Very cool.
My two big pickups from the con. This is the prototype for Man-Thing in Tales to Astonish number 11. This is a 10-cent book, 1960, September 1960. So it's an extremely early. This is pre-Marvel. So this is like an Atlas book before they became Marvel. But super cool cover. And did you know, you think of Swamp Thing as kind of a little bit more popular than Man-Thing, but Man-Thing came out a full month before Swamp Thing came out, oddly enough.
Interesting.
So I got that one. This one's a tad bit more popular. This is the prototype for the Fantastic Four's The Thing. So this is the two-headed thing, right? So this came out a couple months before Fantastic Four. And the really cool thing about this, other than being a prototype of Marvel's first family, is that inside of this, and this is such a gorgeous copy. I mean, this is as close to white pages as I've ever had in a monster book. There's a two-headed thing on the splash page. You can see the texture of the skin, right?
Jeez, man, that is a clean copy,
isn't it?
Wow,
isn't it?
Wow,
it is just it was a phenomenal find, and I had to dig for it. What's really cool about this book? Let's see if I can find it here. And it was actually the guy had it labeled on the cover when I went to buy it. God, I went right to the page when I opened this up the first time, because I'm in there. Because like old books, especially, you need to open them up. You need to count the pages. You need to make sure that all the pages are there, that none of the pages have clipped coupons or are missing pieces. Oh, come on. Where is this thing? Anyways, it's got the first ad for Fantastic Four #1 in it. The first advertisement for it.
Oh, wow.
So there is the first advertisement for Fantastic Four #1. You can see the texture and the skin pattern is taken right from you got to be careful with this thing. Taken right from that.
Oh, wow.
You know, so that's a pretty neat piece of Marvel history here that I was able to pick up at the con for kind of reasonable price.
What's up, Mr. Collector? Good to have you with us.
Hey, Mr. Collector. All right, some of the other stuff I picked up dirt cheap. Most of these I paid $5 for. This is an ear mint copy of the second what's his nose? Deadpool, cool cover where this hammer vanishes. I've been trying to fill out the rest of my Marvel team ups. Anything with Valkyrie on the cover, I buy. Banner, I'll just run through these. This was a super clean early Sergeant Fury. Paid $5 for the first Starfire, Starfire cover. This is a book that I kind of have an affinity for. My sister is a stage actress. She does musicals and such like that. So this is a book I've owned a couple of. I think it's a really cool drama cover. These books, if you guys really want a good read, this Avengers Forever pretty much marked the transition from the 90s into the modern comic era. So this is the last time you're going to see the paper, like the rough textured paper on the inside. They were transitioning to the modern where everything's all shiny, made of the same type of paper. But this is a phenomenal story. They travel through time. They cherry pick characters out of key moments. This is a big, huge Kang Immortus. This is where Immortus's story and Kang is all solidified. It's a great read if you pick it up. This is one of the more popular covers where Kang fights Immortus. Always worth a good read. The trade paperback can usually be picked up at a decent price. I think it's a foundational Marvel story. I picked up a bunch of trade paperbacks for a reasonable price because they had stickers on them. They called them damaged, but I've got a little adhesive remover that can be taken off. These are like $16 books I got pretty cheap because they had stickers. I'll clean them. I like the G.I. Joe story. Did you like the G.I. Joe movie?
G.I. Joe. There was parts of the first one that I really liked. Well, both of them. There was parts that I really liked, and then there was parts that I just said, "Oh my gosh, this is horrible."
Right. Cringeworthy, sure.
Yeah, like the suits, and then those cyber suit things, and then kind of they could have made the I get why they changed it up, but I think when they went to the international special force, it just kind of lost some of the real American hero luster, And I think there was a way they could have done it so it wasn't quite so like, propaganda-ish. I think there was a way they could have done it and stayed true to it without kind of trying to make it very like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, like
Global.
the what?
Globalism, is that what you're talking
No,
about? Or just, I didn't
no, it
like
was
the mech
just
suits. The mech
like
suits were
very.
very
It just felt very like kind of not token, but
tokenism.
like kind of, yeah, because I felt like, okay, I feel like they could have done, like there wasn't enough individual for it being as diverse as it was supposed to be. There wasn't enough individualism in them, and that's one of the cool things about the original show and the comic was these characters, were very, very distinct. Costumes were different, backstories, armed forces, like all of it was just very, very distinctive. And I think that
It's tough to cram it all in one movie. I get that, but I think they tried to cram too much into that movie, and it got lost. You lose
yeah.
track of what's going on sometimes. I mean, the cool part was they had Bruce Willis as the original Joe.
Well, that was the second one.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
think
that was.
about both of them together, and they had the planes that turned into submarines. I don't know which one that one. That's what sticks out in my mind. It's like I always wanted one of those as I was a kid, so it was pretty cool to see that stuff.
Yeah, the first one, like I kind of, I think the thing where I just was like, oh come on, was the whole like love story history between Baroness and what's his name,
Destro.
Duke. No, Duke.
Oh, Duke. Oh, yeah,
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 she was
yeah.
like his ex-wife,
Yeah, I
but she
remember that.
became a
Yeah.
secret agent or something. I don't know. It's kind
They're
of.
trying to do Nick Fury, Valenzuela, or Contessa Valentina. That's kind of more like the Nick Fury Von Tessa storyline, that they were married and divorced and spies and stuff. That's what I thought. They directly ripped that off from the Nick Fury comics.
Right.
But at
So,
any rate, I'll keep moving on here. I'll show you these here real quick. These were, and I'd never heard of these before this today, but these were American. I like to get older publishers that have like weird unknown type stories in them. So I found these. These are all from the early 60s.
oh wow.
Unknown Worlds. This is they've got like 3-4 different stories in each one. This guy makes a bear disappear. I was thinking about our meme where we've got Hulk throwing the bear across the river. This was a wacky story. I actually read this one with the little leprechaun guy. Everybody turns into dogs in this one. It's out there. It is out there. And this is like a kid who's playing with his army guys, and then his knights and castle set, and they come to life type of thing. It amazes me how many 50s and 60s books had like UFOs in them. When you think about that stuff being more modern, but that really hit its heyday right after World War II, the UFO flying saucer type thing. So there's a lot of that in the older books. I got this. This is from a more of an independent that's what's also neat about cons, is you've got independent up and coming artists that might turn into somebody someday. This guy did a phenomenal job with this. It's this barbarian type gal that's in a room full of action figures that somebody has in cases. I just thought that was a cool little homage, and it's a limited run of 150. So if the guy ever takes off, I'll have that. But I thought he did a great job. I thought they did a great job with the art and the coloring and the lighting. Because lighting is this thing, because I do architectural renderings. So how things are lit, I'm always paying attention to in graphics and images and stuff, because global illumination versus interior lighting sources. So that's really what drew my eye to this originally, was how he was able to render the light, how the light was being cast and on the images. I thought he did a fantastic job with that. I got a con exclusive, because this is Fan Expo. It used to be Wizard World or whatever. Now it's
right. Oh, cool.
So I got an exclusive. Of course, everybody knows I'm a big Thor fan, but you got Thor and Captain Marvel in this one, or Miss Marvel as she really should be, but hey, whatever. but Thor's got the destroyer arm in this, and it's kind of more of looks like J. Scott Campbell an awful lot, but it's not. It's a Campbell. It's a Campbell cover. So one of the big reasons I was going to the show is because William Shatner was going to be there. The guy's 91 years old. I can't believe he's still doing shows at 91, right? So we ran the auction till like 4 a.m. in the morning, and like I was going to power nap on the couch, and then we're going to get up and leave. I get out, the dog's sleeping in my spot, so I had to kick him off the couch. But I, did a little power nap, and then we went to the con. I completely forgot. I've got the 1960s photo covers of the Dell comics or Golden Key comics.
Yeah.
The very first motion picture, which are kind of one of the more, actually, they are the most valuable Star Trek books, at least from the Silver Age, right? Completely forgot them, didn't bring them. So I dug around the whole con till I could find a comic that was worth getting signed. I loved this movie, right? This was a great movie out of all of them. And by the time I found this, bought it, got back over, because like I figured the line would be 5 hours long or whatever,
Yeah.
It was like a 10-15 minute wait to get stuff signed or get your picture taken, whatever. So by the time I found this, went back over there, he had already left early because he wasn't feeling well or whatever. So they cut it down like 45 minutes early. So I wasn't able to get the signature. Signatures are like $125. So you get a big name at a con, you're gonna have to pay over $100 to get something signed.
Yeah.
But at any rate, that's why I bought this. Still a great book to have. Happy to have. I buy books that I love. That if they don't sell or I'm always happy to own them. I buy what I like.
Yeah.
So you'll appreciate these, Carlos. See if I can find the other one. I got some of my favorite iconic Transformer covers.
Oh, wow.
This one I always remembered as a kid. This was such a dynamic cover.
Oh, yeah. That'll give you nightmares.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Like 8-year-old me his face would have melted. What's up, Comic Tracks? Good to see you here.
And of course, I got another copy of
Nice.
Of that one, which is probably one of my all-time favorite Transformers.
Yeah, that is such a fantastic cover. Was it Alan Cooperberg?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, such a beautiful cover. I don't understand why they didn't do more of those. There was only the first one, which was just terrible,
right?
And then that one, and
terrible.
Yeah,
but like, once you see this cover, it's like hard to forget this. This leaves such an image in your mind.
Yeah, the way the eyes are melting together, that's like that's horrifying.
And they're robots, but still they get away with it, right?
Right. Yeah.
As goofy as a character this is, my favorite comic to collect when I was a kid and buying my own comics was New Warriors, the team for the 90s with tactical skateboards, the whole nine.
Yes.
So this is Speedball, where he gets his own title, which I never knew he had his own title until yesterday. So he's at the circus, I guess. I'll see if anybody knows. I'll probably, because I overspent big time. What I do is I take cash out. All right. I take cash to a con and I spend the cash and that's it. So I can kind of cap it. Right. And that didn't last. I started pulling out the plastic, plus, these comic vendors, most of them are working on small margins. They will make better deals if you pay in cash because they're paying 10-15%.
Right.
Credit card companies, even if it's a debit card, doesn't matter. So I like to try and give them as much money straight to them as I can, right? But I went way over my cash budget. But, it happens, I wonder if anybody can tell me what Speedball's weakness is in the chat here. Can anybody tell me what his powers don't work when he's in the presence of something certain? I wonder if anybody in the chat knows what that is. Bonus points if you know what that is.
I wonder if I know that one. Okay, so let me ask you this: if you're a big Speedball fan, what did you think when he transitioned to penance?
Terrible, stupid.
Yeah,
It didn't last very long.
yeah.
I've got those ones. It's like they were trying to create an emo character. I get that, but like he is kind of a goofy character. He was a '90s guy, so low hanging fruit is my opinion on why they targeted him. Um, at any rate, here is the secret, or the hint to what kills his secret powers. If you didn't know, his powers don't work in the snow.
Really?
Yeah, very weird. Very weird.
That is weird. Is it the cold? I guess the cold slows down his molecules or something.
It's just the snow. It's not even cold. It's just snow. It's just they had to pick something, and snow was it. I don't know.
It's like,
Um,
snow. We'll take
Snow,
snow.
sure. So this was the Christmas issue. I'll probably save this for Christmas time. I've been trying to fill out a Marvel team up run, so I bought every high grade copy I could. I bought some Fool Killer books from Strictly the other day, so now I kind of have my eye out for Fool Killer books, and I thought this was a pretty striking cover, and Valkyrie's on the cover too, so it was a double win, and Patsy Walker's on that one. This one was cool. I didn't know that this is one of the early appearance of the Soul Gem is in this book. This is where the Stranger, which is one of the cosmic entities in the Marvel universe, he is knocking down Herc with the Soul Gem. So that's kind of a cool champions. Champions, another one I've been trying to slowly fill out, but there's not many of these out here, especially not in higher grades. Kind of difficult. Defenders, we'll just get through this. This was a key book. There were when Doctor Strange comes back. There's a lot of characters, another Valkyrie cover, so got that one. But these now we're getting to some of the cool stuff here, gang. Uh, I met Pseudonym at the show. Talked to him for like 15, 20 minutes. Was the nicest guy you could ever hope to meet at a con. He was willing to sign anything I had. Fortunately, I was dumb and didn't bring anything with me because I honestly didn't even know he was going to be there. But like, he talked to me and my wife for like 15, 20 minutes, was the nicest guy in the world. So I bought a bunch of stuff on his table, and he just had like a bunch of books. Most of them were all like beat to hell. So I picked out some of the ones I really liked that weren't ticked up. But this was, a cool monster movie. Swipe the 50-foot woman from the old drive-in monster.
Wow.
So I got him to sign this. This is the Mars Attacks Red Sonja Attack of the 50-Foot Woman homage, right? So that was a cool thing. He signed in red for me. This was always one of my favorite zombie covers that he did. Was the Wolverine in all his iterations there. Weapon X and Patch and X-Force. So that was another cool cover I got him to sign. Another Mars Attacks. This is, the very famous, I can't remember, Charlie 47 something robot. They used to sell toys of him. But this is like a Mars Attacks with the UFOs and the weird guys from the movie, the or the guys that cackle or whatever. I'll probably be selling most things at some point. I enjoy owning them at least for a while, but yeah, I'll probably part with most things. This was a really cool cover that I got with a buddy of mine in mind. This is a Comic Con exclusive metallic cover of the Harley and Joker, the most iconic cover in my opinion of Harley Quinn and Joker together, of her and her Harlequin outfit from the comic or the cartoon where they're dancing together. I don't know what the name of the original book is. Maybe you do.
I think it's just Harley Quinn. Or wait, no, is it Mad Love?
I just know it. I just know the image. I don't even know if this is an art germ or who did this. It looks like an art germ to me.
No, that was Alex Ross.
Was that?
Yeah, that was right. Alex Ross. That cover was the original was Alex Ross.
This is one of these square bound Dini, Gucci, and Sword is what it says on the. But this is a cardstock cover that creases when you open it. So, not opening it. Can't open it. Check it out for you. 3D Man is another one of my favorite characters. He's a diversity guy, right? But he joined as part of one of my all-time favorite obscure Marvel superhero team, the Skrull Kill Crew. If you ever want to read some funky books, the Skrull Kill Crew is such a great read.
Kill Crow or Kill Crew?
Kill Crew, all case.
Wow.
The Skrull Kill Crew, and I'll pull one out if you talk for a little bit. But they go around. If you remember, like in the original Fantastic Four, when the Skrull came in, they turned them into cows at the end of the stories because they're shapeshifters.
Yeah.
That plays heavily into the Kill Crew. It's kind of like tongue-in-cheek type stuff, but they're like an inner city black biker gang that turned into the Kill Crew, and 3D Man joined their team. One of my all-time favorites. I've been buying a lot of Brother Voodoo stuff right now. This was a 2-in-1 with Brother Voodoo and the Thing, and there's only one thing we know about this is the Thing will get his butt handed to him, as Mr. Unknown likes to say. This one here, if I can lay my hands on this really quickly.
A quick note. So I read comics. You were asking about the dollar pull box. No, it'll take me a little while to put another one together, but I'll have to see about another pull box because that was a lot of fun.
There is two classic comic books. One's a Tales of Suspense. The other one's a Captain America 115 that have the Red Skull holding the Cosmic Cube. I've been collecting a lot of Cosmic Cube books too, because I think that they need a MacGuffin in these movies. And they kind of like made the Space Stone act as the Cosmic Cube, but they are distinctly different. So there is a chance that might appear in some series or whatever. Cosmic Cube was used by Guardians of the Galaxy even. It's one of these MacGuffins that gets reused all the time. So I thought that was a cool book. And it's a super villain team up, which is a very underrated series. I've been buying a lot of these too because there's like really awesome covers of those. Okay, I'll try and pick up the pace here a little bit. Invaders. This is the first appearance of Union Jack 2, and I got this for next to nothing. I was amazed that I don't know if the guy forgot about it at one of his back bins or whatever, but this book goes considerably more money than I paid for it. So I was happy to get that one. This is the second appearance of Omega, the Unknown. They were talking about using Omega in some show or something. I can't remember. It was on Key Collector and on some other channels. So that is his second appearance. You don't see very much of him. Probably a James Gunn thing because he loves to use obscure characters. This is another awesome pseudonym book that I picked up and got signed. This is another movie cover. And bonus points to somebody if they can remember what it is. I know Mr. Jackal knows. He gave me COAs and everything too. So I got 2 signatures on every book for him. But this is another drive-in movie poster homage. Zombies.
That's a nice one.
I bought a bunch of Avengers, Bronze Age Avengers stuff this is the Avengers Defenders crossover story, 115 through 117. I'd buy any of those in good shape. This was the kangaroo, which we all like to make fun of, the kangaroo and the porcupine. But these were books that I bought that I thought I could improve with a clean and a press, bump the grade up. I love this cover. And I rarely see this ever come up, but this is Mary Jane.
That is a cool cover.
Pretending to be Spider-Man. I just love that cover. I'm a sucker for insect covers, insect monster covers. I really like, and I never knew this one existed. This is a Spider-Man annual, cool little insect monsters. This was another Star Trek book I bought just so I'd have something he could sign. But I'm like, man, that's kind of a really weird cover, but it's the only one I could find at the time.
Who is that in the middle? Is that Shatner?
I don't think so. It's hard to tell. It kind of looks like him, or it might be the other. It's got to be Shatner. But it's just like, I was like, I can't have him sign this. He looks kind of dopey in this. So I kept digging. This is Star Trek Annual 2013 from IDW, a John Byrne cover. Okay, and then I'll kind of show my slab haul. This was like a really crazy, almost like Kiss rock and roll House of Mystery, where the rock and roll gang on it was just so weird, so out there. I couldn't pass it up. You know, I've been putting together kind of Halloween lots, getting those ready to go, and Blood and Grooves, baby, Blood and Grooves. It's out there. And then I love this Isak Ribic, who did Phalanger the Behemoth. That's the artwork that appeared in the Thor trailer I talked about on the show here a week or two ago. Yeah. I've been buying up all of his art, any of the cool covers he did. I love this cover that he did.
Wow.
A little bit better light here. This is just a stunning cover. I was able to get it in a 9.8 at a real fairly decent price for that one, but still, I love his artwork. Try and pick up the plate. I'll save that one for the end because that was one I never thought I'd find. This was a cool, and I still have to do my homework on this. I really like this. I think that this is Detective Comics 1000, and this was the Warren Lowe exclusive B. First,
never heard of that book.
For Detective Comics 1000.
No, but that cover.
Oh, that cover. Neither did I. I've got a guy who collects exclusive Harley Quinn books, and whenever I can get them, he always wants them, so I kind of got it for him. But there's a bunch of first appearances of this. First appearance of Arkham Knight in Cameo. First appearance of Guild of Destruction. But it's just a stunning artwork.
It really is.
May be hard to see through the bag, but you'll have to trust me on that. I should take these bag things are so dumb on slabs. I get it, keeps them from getting scratched up, but like this one has already been scratched up. I've got a plastic polishing kit where I can polish these slabs that are scratched up.
Really?
That's the other thing I look for is slabs that I can get discounted because they've got scratches because I can repair them. This was a very awesome read. This was right at the beginning of the Skrull invasion, right? So this is an Ed McGuinness cover. I really like his artwork. It's very smooth, very, very powerful, almost like the 90s, how everybody was a bodybuilder type thing in the 90s. He kind of has that style. Growing up in the 90s, stuff like this I always like that. But this is it's like only a 4-issue miniseries, but it ties in Alexander the Great. He goes and stares at this painting of Alexander the Great. It's a very thought-provoking story. 4-issue mini. Love the cover. There was a Skrull variant of that, but that's why I picked that one up. Picked this one up because the X-Men are hot. I love the Hellfire series storyline where you get Dark Phoenix and all of that. So this is 132 Hellfire Club with a cool Storm cover. I love Storm covers too. So that's Storm on in the black, the classic black costume. Like that one. This one was a really cool find. This is one of my favorite Avengers annuals with Thanos. This is the death of Warlock. So this is when they kill Warlock for the first time. Captain Marvel's in this. Thanos cover.
I like how you say it like, yeah, this is the first time he died.
Yeah, he dies a lot. Like not as many times as Captain America dies, because he dies like every 5-6 issues. But like he's the worst, and they kill him or pretend to kill him every 5 issues. This was a sweet find. I love obscure characters from the swords and sorcery type of universe. This is Skull the Slayer, #1, self-titled. I never find this book in the wild. And I was able to find a 9, or this isn't a 9.0, it's a 7.0 slab. And I have a real hard time believing that this book is a 7. Oh, I see. That's why. Okay. All right. Never mind. It's a gorgeous book that has a dog ear that could have been, that knocked it way down, because it only has like 1 spine ticks on it. It needs cleaned on the back, but still, I got it at a decent price. And it is one of these really obscure self-titled books that I don't see every day. So I was really happy to pick that one up.
So are all these pickups from this convention?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, about halfway there. I'm not gonna go through all of them.
Well, we're gonna have to go ahead and bring it in for a landing here, because
yeah, we're running long. I'll show you just the last couple live signature books that I got. Just real quick, I'll flip through them because there's some G.I. Joe stuff in here you might like.
Was Larry Hama there?
Not that I know of, but there was like a drastically low number of comic book sellers out there, but there were a lot of booths where it was just like the artists themselves selling their own comics, and I really like that because you can talk to the creator and whatnot, and get stuff signed, or the creator's wife more times than not. So I got what's his name? Jamie Timison.
James Tynan.
James Tidal. Jamie Tidal. Sorry, Jamie Tidal.
Oh yeah, okay.
He does the White Widow. I got this. This is out of print. You can't get this. This is very hard to get. I got this out of a box where you could buy a box and that you don't know what's in it. And what I got is the connecting covers of Wanda, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. So this is a White Widow comic, but it has the Marvel characters on it, which is very rare. But these connecting covers, the artwork is stunning. His wife was there selling book stuff and talked to me and my wife for a while. Because it's funny, because I do buy a lot of these books like this, but the majority of these I sell to women. It's women who buy these books for me, oddly enough. And T-Pain. Cool metallic cover there. I'm going to show you the highlights. This is a really cool Star Wars book. I thought was neat. And then you got Evil Dead, which doesn't do much for me, but I like Deja Torres. This is a Deja Torres book. But my favorite one, which is what I'm trying to dig out here, and I'm going to show you the G.I. Joe one. Because this is one of his most famous covers that he's ever done, is the Baroness book.
Oh, wow.
IDW picked this one up. This is the Baroness cover. Did a fantastic. This is part of the Bombshell series. A very, very cool Baroness book. Here's the other Deja Torres with that really sweet spaceship on it. And I can't remember what the name of that genre is, where it's like 50s type of machinery, but set in the future. So there's the wraparound where you get the back of the bike there, and just a really, really. This is Barbarella, by the way. Sorry, Barbarella, the only Barbarella book they had. If anybody remembers the Barbarella movie. But really, I got a couple Red Sonja books. That one's probably too racy to show on TV. I really like that street rod pop art type style that he does in conjunction with I can't remember who the woman is that does the coloring. This was a really cool, dynamic, negative space one. But at any rate, I think that's enough. That's about half of my haul. So, and that doesn't include
Wow.
the stack of stuff I still have to open that got delivered today. But at any rate, that's the haul for now. I think I took up enough time. Thanks for doing it. Sorry, I ran a little long.
Well, hey, we appreciate you sharing with us all those books you got. Man, that is awesome. That is a crazy huge haul that you brought back from the convention. Well, hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight and checking out this episode of Monday Hauls. You got to see MT's pickups from his convention. He went to Fan Expo. Which one was it?
Cleveland.
Fan Expo Cleveland. And yeah, I mean, it looks like you had a massive. How did you get? Somebody asked in the chat, how did you carry all this stuff around with you?
I make multiple trips to the car.
So you don't do one of the little wagons?
No, because like it's too easy to lose stuff or stuff gets damaged. Like I want to. You pay a lot of money for this stuff. I want to walk it out to my car, place it, and then go back because I don't want anything to happen to it or some kid to dump a drink on it. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. So,
yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, Michael, I did get the White Knight book. I did pick up issue number 2, and so I've got a copy of it right here with me, or at least it's up on the shelf over there. So, hey, everybody, MT, thanks for sharing with us as always. And real quick, everybody. So thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for being a part of this episode of Monday Hauls Live. I hope you've been enjoying us going live with this show as opposed to being time and allows me to bring on extra people to show off some of the stuff. And so I'm pretty excited about how it's been going. I think we've had a pretty decent group. Let's see, the backpack. Hey, if you're looking for a backpack that's good to carry comic books in, there is, well, really, these two of these inside of any backpack is great. These are the little store folios. I use them to carry, like to pick up books.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Comic strip day.
Real good idea.
So what I do for a convention is, and it's a little bit unwieldy because you have to set it down, open it up, take this out, and do the open like this. But yeah, these are pretty great for conventions. But this is small volumes of books. But there is a book that they ran a Kickstarter for it. I don't remember what it was called, but it had a Jim Lee sketch variant edition, and it had a pocket for slabs. It had a pocket for raw books. And that was a cool backpack. But again, like the last convention I went to before COVID, where I got autographs, I had to walk a short box in with me. And I just walked the short box all the way around to every booth I wanted signatures for and set it right down in front of me and would pull out the books and just go through them. And that was the only way I could do it that time. But this time I'm going to be doing it a little different. I'll take some kind of a cart. And yeah, so hey, thank y'all for coming in tonight. Yeah, it's the Jim Lee edition, that one. I've heard it's a good, well-built bag and that it's got room. It's just, again, you're going to be limited by how many total books you can carry. Because like these, I think these are only good for like 15 bagged and boarded books, 15, maybe 20, but it gets tight pretty fast. So you can't, like if you're picking up a lot of books, I suggest just carrying a short box with you or buying a short box off of a dealer there. So, hey, thanks again for everybody that was here. Just a quick reminder that we do have other shows going on during the week. Monday Hauls Live, the giveaway show, and then our Friday features. Like I said, I'll be on sabbatical starting on Monday, May 16th. So there will be a couple of pre-recorded things and some other stuff going live during that time. But hey, thanks to everybody. Make sure to check out the Comic Collecting for Beginners video. And again, thanks so much to MT for being here with us. and we will see you guys next time. We've enjoyed it, enjoyed hanging out and getting a chance to show you what we got. So this has been Monday Hauls. Hey, oh yeah, make sure hit that like button, hit that, leave a comment below after the live stream is ended, because I will make sure to respond to each and every one for those who are watching it after we've gone live. Last reminder, if you like free stuff, I want to get a chance at a slab, all you have to do is subscribe and help us get to 850 subscribers. We're like at 803 as of the recording of this video. We just did our 750 subscriber giveaway, and the winner from that was Enigma from Guatemala. So I'm going to be making my first comic book shipment to Guatemala. That's going to be a wild one. I'm looking forward to that. But hey, this is the next step. This is going to be a free giveaway for 850 plus more books. So if you haven't yet, subscribe now. If you have subscribed, make sure and share the channel and urge some other friends, coworkers, relatives, any random kid on the street that has a YouTube account. Tell them, hey, subscribe to the channel and check out some of the content. So thanks again for being here, and we will see you guys next week.